Hey, Bob Duffy here, and I'm showing you another example of using sensor capabilities from an Ultrabook and building out an HTML5 app. So this is the second look at building a WinRT app for Windows 8, for the Windows 8 App Store and UI mode. So here's an application that I built actually for a netbook, and this doesn't have touch and sensors in it. It's just you use kind of the mouse and a keyboard, and you can move around and shoot and fire things and bounce around and have all sorts of fun. But you know, it's not a touch-enabled application, so it worked great for a keyboard, but it could go further. So what I want to do is see if I can take this code and add sensor capabilities to it. So let me head over to Visual Studio. So this is the exact same code. This is the code that I wrote that does this. It's a fairly complicated application because it's lots of for loops in HTML5 and Canvas in order to do all of this. But all I did is I added in an inclinometer and a gyrometer event. I had accelerometer in here, but I got rid of it because I didn't like that as much as the inclinometer and the gyrometer. What's interesting, what I found is with the gyrometer is if I wanted to do kind of this yaw motion here, this turning this way and that way, the gyrometer worked best, whereas inclinometer worked really good if I'm doing like this or kind of going up and back like that. So let's look at this. All I did is I added that same code that you saw in the previous example, and let's see how this game works as a Windows 8 app. So what I can do is I can move this up and down and move the ship, and I can kind of spin and then fire away here. So I'm doing a lot of turning and manipulation of the Ultrabook in order to get this guy to move around. So you see, very simple. All I did is add those event listeners, and I can take an application that I developed in HTML5 and repurpose it with touch and sensors. So you can find that any HTML5 app that you've built is likely, you just copy and paste it right into Visual Studio 2012 and it will work. And then it's about adding in the specific Windows API stuff to take advantage of what they've built into WinRT. So again, if you're watching this on the blog, follow the links. I'll have this code available so you can see what I did in order to have your own fun.